Good morning. I've been gone for a week. Four of our children and their families went on a Caribbean cruise and invited us to go with them. My sweetheart really doesn't enjoy traveling that much, but he encouraged me to go, and I've been with the kids, so there may be a few clips that we show you as we do it. But I'm home and going to check the garden. I'm sure there's going to be some overgrown stuff. Let's go see. Well, it's looking good. Things are coming well, and we're barely the 1st of June. Look at those tomatoes and squash. Oh, just as I thought. Let me see if I can let you see the size of some of these zucchini they're baseball bats. But that's okay, because I'm going to show you today some of the things that we're going to be able to do with those baseball bats. Come with me and we'll see how to take care of some that may not be as desirable to eat fresh. Well, here's what we have. A lot of overgrown squash. As you can see, there's some huge, literally the size of a baseball bat. A child's baseball bat, but huge, huge. And they're not real tender and not real wonderful to eat fresh. I pulled some garlic because there was so much grass around it I didn't see. But they're nice big heads and they'll be very usable. I have a few smaller ones that I can use fresh, but I've got 101 recipes for zucchini. I've wished I could find the book again, and maybe I could share some of them with you, and it will help you utilize the things that come from your garden, even if they're not at the peak of the point that you would like them to be. There are so many amazing uses for zucchini, and yet the summer squash, yellow summer squash, you can also use in the same place as zucchini. And there's lots of nutrition, and we don't want to waste food, and we're grateful to have it. So stay with me. Well, we're going to try to process some of these very, very large overgrown zucchini squash. And the way you do it is cut off the top and bottom, get a good peeler, and just begin to peel. We'll take all of the outer skin off, and remember, with my family, and maybe it's the same with yours, when you're not working with something that a few may not enjoy, you have to try to hide the nutritious ingredients, make them think they're eating something else. So I try to get most of the green off. Even though the outer skin is off, when I come back and lighten it up, when I cut it, you're going to see that it's going to look much like an apple slice. So what we're going to do is make an apple pie. There's not an apple in it. I was blessed many years ago to find this book, 110 Ways to Use Zucchini. And I have used many, 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 many of the recipes in here. And I've had grown men that thought that they were connoisseurs of apple pie swear that they were eating apple cobbler or apple pie, and even went so far one time as to call me a liar because they knew that they were not eating zucchini, they were eating apples. So I'm going to show you how to disguise something that may help you when your garden becomes overgrown. Cut them in half and just use a spoon. Get all these overgrown seeds out. That's what's not really nice to eat. You could then steam it like you would any other zucchini at this point. But oftentimes it's even a little firmer. Once again, I keep all my stuff and we throw it to the little goats. They love it. Now, see, look, this is an extra large one. So if you'll see, if you didn't see that this was zucchini before, see how this looks like an apple slice? These could be very, very much disguised as apples. I'm going to have my sweetheart show you. I've got them prepared right here, ready to steam. You put a couple of cups of water in there, put the lid on, turn it on high, and steam it. Let's read the recipe so that I'll have it just right. It says you steam it for 2 minutes, covered with water, and that's enough to just make it barely fork tender. And then we're going to totally drain it. Get as much liquid as you can out. Because I like my apple pies a little tart. Something that it doesn't call for in this recipe would be lemon juice. But I'm going to put a tablespoon of lemon juice because I want that tart, sweet taste in the apples. But then it's going to be 4 to 5 cups of the zucchini that we just put in there that is drained totally. And to that zucchini, you put this mixture. See, they've boiled for 2 minutes. Now they're ready to take off and drain thoroughly. It has drained thoroughly. I'm going to dump it into a larger bowl. I'm going to add the ingredients that I told you and that will be posted. It's hard to stir with one hand and hold the bowl. But as I do it, you'll find out that it'll look just like an apple pie filling. Only thing I forgot was my 1 teaspoon of lemon juice. So we will get that. A few are left in the sink, or in the strainer, excuse me. You see how it juices up, and the cornstarch will thicken it. I'm going to let it cool for a second before putting it in the pie filling. Right here's my lemon juice, because I don't happen to have a fresh lemon, so it'll be a teaspoon of lemon juice in that. And then I'm letting you in on all my secrets today. Marie Callender's pie shell If you need a pie shell, I think they're excellent. I normally do it by scratch, but I just got back from a week of vacation and I'm tired. I took it and put a little bit, a teaspoon of flour in the bottom so that it would keep the pie shell nice and firm. And I'm going to use a top crust. This is what I had in my freezer, and so there's 2 there. We'll put a top crust on. I'm heating my oven to 425, and you'll put it in and leave it there on the bottom shelf to get your bottom crust really nice and done for 20 minutes. And then turn it down to 350. I've rolled my pie crust out a little. I'm going to make the design that indicates it's Grandma's pies. I think my kids know my mark. And that's just vent holes. Then I will put the pie in the shell. Here we go. Make sure you split the liquid. And it's what I do. I cut some of the bottom pie crust off here so that it would be a more flat surface when you're putting a top crust on. This is just water that I'm sealing it with. Put it on like this. It's very easy to transfer that way. Push it down good. Then you just cut your pie crust all the way around. Perfect. And you begin to crimp. Each person has a different way to crimp their pie, but you have to make sure that these edges are sealed or you'll have seepage from the liquid inside and it won't make your pie quite as pretty. We'll see at the end whether or not I was able to accomplish what I'm hoping to tell you you're supposed to do. Perfect. I don't personally put an egg wash on, but you excited. I got 2 pies made, enough cut up for 2 more pies, and at least 6 loaves. No, let's see, that's probably 4 loaves of zucchini bread, or I can hide it in some other product. I am a sneaky grandma and a sneaky mama. Lots of my kids were picky, so much so that when they come to eat now, they say, "Mom, what's really in this dish?" Sometimes I tell them, sometimes I don't. But if they're hungry enough, I say, "Try it." And they normally like it. Well, they're out of the oven. I sprinkled a little sugar on the top, and we'll let it cool and see how it tastes. Well, here's the finished product. It looks like an apple pie. It smells like an apple pie. I'm gonna taste it and let's see if it tastes like an apple pie. Gotta get a little ice cream. I really don't think you could tell the difference unless someone had told you. It tastes very good. There's even some firmness to the zucchini, and it really is quite delicious. Hope you'll try it. See you later. We're going to get Samantha to show us whether or not she could tolerate this pie, to see whether or not it tastes like apples or zucchinis.
All right. That is. Tastes like apple pie to me.
Sounds good. That's an excellent recommendation. Thanks, Samantha.
Yep. We've
got Jevin here, and we're going to see if he thinks he can tell the difference. What does this taste like, Jevin?
It just tastes like apple pie.
Is it good, or is it? Would you be able to tell the difference?
I can't tell the difference, and it's delicious.
And did I pay you to say that?
Nope.
Thank you, sweetheart.
I'm about to try the apple pie. That is really good.
He's here helping edit it, and he knows it's zucchini. But does it taste like it?
Nope, not at all.
Not any zucchini you've ever tasted? Sounds great. Thank you, Timmy.
Yep.
Well, I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you did, like and subscribe. I didn't have any time to put the shots of our cruise, but it was a wonderful time with family. And family time is special. Bye-bye.